How do errors, assists, and putouts measure baseball defense? Have you ever wondered how baseball teams evaluate their defensive players? The answer lies in three key statistics: errors, assists, and putouts. These metrics help us understand how well players perform on the field. Let's break down what each of these terms means and how they contribute to measuring defense in baseball. Putouts are awarded to the fielder who makes the final play to get a batter or runner out. This can happen in various ways, such as catching a fly ball, tagging a runner, or stepping on a base for a forceout. For example, catchers and first basemen often rack up a lot of putouts because they are involved in many plays that result in outs. A putout can be recorded as unassisted if one fielder makes the out alone, or assisted if multiple players are involved. Next, we have assists. An assist is credited to any defensive player who touches or fields the ball before a putout occurs. For instance, if a shortstop fields a ground ball and throws it to the first baseman for the out, the shortstop earns an assist while the first baseman gets the putout. Even if a fielder deflects a ball that leads to an out, they receive an assist. However, only one assist is given per fielder for each out, regardless of how many times they touch the ball. Errors are a bit different. An error is charged when a fielder fails to make a play that most players would typically handle. This could include mistakes like dropping a fly ball or making a wild throw. Unlike putouts and assists, errors are somewhat subjective because they depend on the official scorer's judgment about what should have been made. Together, these three statistics form the foundation for calculating fielding percentage, a traditional metric used to assess defensive performance. Fielding percentage is calculated by adding putouts and assists and dividing that total by the sum of all chances, which includes putouts, assists, and errors. This percentage shows how often a player successfully handles opportunities without making errors. However, it does not account for a player's ability to reach difficult balls, which can be important in evaluating true defensive skill. In the context of baseball statistics, these metrics have been used for many years to assess players' defensive abilities. While putouts and assists provide a clear record of defensive contributions, errors highlight mistakes. However, many analysts recognize that these traditional statistics have their limitations and often use advanced metrics to gain a fuller picture of a player's defensive capabilities. Practical applications of these statistics include comparing players based on their error totals and fielding percentages, assessing how involved players are in making outs through assists and putouts, and using these figures as a basis for more advanced defensive metrics. Errors, assists, and putouts give us a basic yet essential framework for measuring baseball defense. They reflected both successful plays and mistakes, helping teams and fans understand how players perform on the field.